with the brush tool in Lightroom in order to create a blurred background effect, such as you would get with portrait mode or a third-party app. In order to do this, you will use the brush menu here. It's the fourth one down in the editing sidebar. If to expand the brush control menu, hit this little arrow, and you can change the size here and the feather. And for this, you'll want the feather to be pretty low, say 20 or under. I'll set it to 20. And you want the flow and density to be all the way at 100. When you start painting with the brush, it's impossible to see what the brush is actually affecting. So if you go up to the View menu and you go to Edit Tools, Show Overlay, and select Mask, now you can see where the mask has been applied. Everywhere you paint with the brush is where any effect that you'll create will be applied. So here I'm painting the background and avoiding the figure. The brush tool selects areas by pixel color, so you'll notice that some areas will need more painting because the brush tool is working sort of like the Magic Wand tool in Photoshop, where it is selecting certain pixels only in groups. So for instance, you can see that in the back wall here, I have to shrink the brush down to go around the figure to get this white part of the wall, because initially the brush was only picking up red colored pixels in that area. So I'll just do a rough painting job here, but obviously for a more finished photo, I would want to zoom in and go much more carefully around the contours of the object. But this is good for the demo. Now, the mask will hide any effects that you want to create. So let's go back to View and Edit Tools, and we're going to turn the mask off. Now, it's important that you stay in the Brush Edit menu. If you switch out of the Brush Edit menu, your mask area will go away and you won't be able to locally affect that painted area that you just created. So here we're going to go to the Edit bars in the mask menu, and we're going to go to Clarity, and I'm going to slide the Clarity slider to the left, and you'll notice that the areas that I've painted are getting a little bit blurrier. So this is a good way to create a blurred background or bokeh effect in Lightroom, or to increase the bokeh effect of a photo where the background is already blurred like this one, but I want it to be a little bit more blurred. And I can also change other aspects of the background. So for instance, I could turn the background a certain color, and the higher up on the color bar, the more intense the color. Obviously I don't want it that intense, and I don't want that green, but I could create like a warm orange masked effect, which contrasts with the blue of the shirt quite nicely. Remember that if you are affecting the masked areas, to stay within the mask panel only, the mask edit panel only. Once you switch off to the regular edit menu, you will not have access to that masked area anymore, although your changes will be preserved for what you did. If you want to reset your edits, you can go to Versions and click on Original. You can also create a version here, so that is like a step in the history. So if I create a version, I can title it Mask 1, Create, and then now I can revert. If I make more changes, I can revert back to my original or back to that step that I created. Hope this was helpful, and enjoy the editing assignment for today.